Beltrami County Sheriff, Upper Red Lake Resorts, and first responders just held a meeting addressing the recent ice incidents there. They're enforcing a vehicle restriction now on the lake for the time being.
Yeah, the order issued on December 30th will remain in effect, banning vehicle use on Upper Red Lake. This comes as routine checks on ice conditions show there are still significant cracks, resulting in ice floes moving in the water. During the meeting, other safety concerns were brought up, including people being irresponsible and making social media videos at the very edge of the ice near open water. They're asking for anglers to make safe choices. Now, resort operators can operate motor vehicles to prevent anglers from driving beyond safety points. As we reported, more than 122 people had to be rescued from an ice floe on Upper Red last week. And just this week, about 50 anglers had to be rescued from Lake of the Woods when the ice cracked below them. The agencies tell us that they will continue to evaluate ice conditions and make decisions on the restrictions with each week.